Hello, and thank you for viewing this course on CEH version 9, brought to you by INE. This is going to be the introduction to the course. And the first thing I'd like to say is welcome. Whoever you are, you landed in the right course. Why am I saying this? Well, for many reasons. For starters, cybersecurity is a topic that's prevalent and that increases as more and more things are connected to a network, to a global network. Think about cloud, think about the Internet of Things, think about mobility, right? We're living in the era of interconnection. So security awareness is mandatory for everyone, and that includes users, right? And even more so for IT professionals and professionals of networking. So as the typical audience of INE courses are normally people in the area of IT and networks, then whoever you are, you landed in the right course. Even if you don't want to pursue an offensive security career, you are in the right course because you're going to learn how these guys think and how hacking works. A little bit about myself. Some of you might know me for my previous INE courses in Juniper Technologies. My name is Josue Vargas. I am a Costa Rican, all right, live in Costa Rica. I am a network security architect currently. Okay, I have been in very different roles, from break and fix roles in the area of networking, then level 2 supporting firewall, then implementation, and then I have started a career as a contractor, which eventually evolved into my company called Networks Technologies. And as part of that, I've done pretty much everything there is to do in the field of networks and network security, from consultancy, design, teaching, documentation, implementation, a lot. Okay, so I'm really a fan of networking. I'm not saying that I know everything, of course I don't, but I'm a fan. I love it, and this is what led me some time ago to take the CEH challenge, because it is a challenge, right? And well, there's been a lot that I have learned through the study of the CH curricula, and then afterwards through the application in real life penetration tests. Just to set the expectations, this is going to be a course which is going to be delivered or served, as I'm putting here, a bit different than previous courses, okay? Because we're talking about 18 modules here, right? 18 modules is a lot. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to record a module and launch it, and then I'm going to record another and launch it at a different date, okay? So you're going to see how gradually the CEH course starts growing and growing in your INE profile or in your INE account and All Access Pass as I finish the actual course, okay? But I'm sure we're going to have a great time, and I'm sure that after each module you're going to find there is a lot to study on your own and a lot to practice. So I think this is going to work quite well for all of us, okay? Let's just briefly review the modules. We're not going to go in depth here because we have modules for that, all right? But let's just see what the curriculum of CH is first. And then you might have seen some of these in the promo video, but it starts with Introduction to Ethical Hacking. This is the module you are viewing right now, the first published module from the CH version 9. Then we're gonna learn about footprinting. So Intro to Ethical Hacking, let me just go back a little. Intro to Ethical Hacking deals with the fundamental concepts and also the context of the ethical hacking activity. Talking about ethics, regulations, all right? Talking about cybersecurity and related and complementary practices to ethical hacking. Then in footprinting, we're actually starting with the first hacking activity, right? Which is leveraging information which is of the public domain to start investigating and getting to know our target. Okay? Then scanning is a phase that stems from, or not stems, but actually It generates from the output of the footprinting phase. Footprinting gathered a lot of information. Scanning is going to narrow it down to interesting targets, to interesting possible entry points to the network. So we're going to start scanning networks and systems to find our way in. Then we're going to deal with enumeration, and enumeration is where we have narrowed down a few targets and we really want to know information about them and what valuable information they hold. That's the enumeration phase, which leads to system hacking, where eventually we're able to intrude and gain unauthorized access to an external system or network. Okay. Then we're going to talk about malware threats. How can we use these to our advantage as hackers? How hackers use them, right? And what are the different styles and types of malware? Then we have a module called sniffing. This might sound weird if you have not heard the term before, but sniffing refers to an activity where we're able to capture communications as they transit the network and actually get to know information we're not supposed to by capturing it. All right. And this is something that might sound familiar if you are a system or network administrator and you know what a packet capture is, capturing with Wireshark, for example. Well, those are valid uses, right? Those are legal uses of sniffing activities. But then, of course, for hacking, it's super useful if you manage to get some sniffing. Typically, it will be active sniffing in hacking activities, but we're going to get into the nitty-gritty later. Then we're going to enter the darkness of social engineering. I'm saying darkness because this is one of the skills of an ethical hacker, which requires you to deceive people. Deceive people, gain advantage of the innocence or naiveness of people in order to get your way into a network which is not your own. Then we're going to learn about denial of service and distributed denial of service attacks. Those are very popular for many reasons. And we're going to learn about session hijacking in Module 10, which is a way of avoiding having to crack passwords and taking over an existing session. It's interesting. In Module 11, we're going to learn how to attack web server infrastructure, and a related topic in Module 12, how to attack web applications. A final related module to web server is SQL injection in Module 13. It's important enough to have its own chapter. Module 14, we're going to learn about how to hack wireless networks. In Module 15, we're going to learn about how to hack mobile technologies. And for the last three modules, 16 is going to deal with how to evade security controls, specifically firewall, IPS, and honeypots. On 17, we're going to learn about cloud technologies and how to hack into cloud technologies. And finally, module 18 deals with cryptography. How it works, how it makes our life as hackers miserable, and how to potentially crack it. Okay? So, besides that quick overview, the agenda of this introductory video is, well, why CH? Why to become CH? What is in version 9? Why is it important to learn version 9? What is the CH good for and what is it not good for? And finally, what are the course prerequisites and the lab prerequisites? All right. So why CEH? Well, you can see this picture is from a promo ad from CEH, from Easy Council, right? Which is the body that grants CEH certification. And it says, hire CEH. It can protect you and defend your network from attacks. This is true. If you learn how to think like the enemy, you can be more efficient in protecting from the enemy. Make sense? So, why CH? Why security? Again, as I said before, a lot of new technologies and a lot of new trends in the networking industry just aim to have everything more and more and more connected. Cloud, Internet of Things, mobility, smart cities, everything is enhancing the dependency on technology and of networking. So of course, the more we connect and the more stuff we connect, the more surface of attack there is, and we need to be prepared for this because cybercrime seems to be in the increase. Cybersecurity professionals are in high demand. This is a powerful reason why to take this course as well. And I know for a fact that CH has made an important difference in my career and how people regard my resume and my my job options and, well, etc. Right? So I can tell you that it's worth it on the standpoint of the labor or the job market. Even if you have your own company like I do, that also looks good when your clients know that you're a certified ethical hacker and you can protect them, right? Offensive security professionals can aspire to great compensation. This is true, and you can find it in the job market, in the job websites. Typically, pen testers and offensive security professionals get the big bucks. And most importantly, just for the fun of it, like, right? How is some of this worth it if you don't have fun doing it? If you feel like it's a burden and terrible, and oh, come on! If you have that mentality, don't even go through it, right? Just activate your curiosity, right, and activate your eagerness to learn new stuff, and then you will be in the right mode for learning the CH curriculum. Okay. What about version 9? Version 9 is relatively new. Actually, it has a couple of years now. So the CH curricula has come a long way. When I certified CH, I don't even remember what version it was, but I think it was around the 6th or something. So it's come a long way. They've been added certain things. They've been putting attention to the trends and putting more attention to cloud technologies, for example. The mobility portion, also they have increased the mobility portion of the curriculum. And, well, also as Easy Counsel uses to do it, new and famous attacks are covered in the curriculum. So one of the things that are important, not just because Easy Counsel says that, although they are accurate in doing it, but it's important to, as you go and learn how things work in the hacking activity, also examine cases of actual hacks, right, that have occurred. And we're going to do that along the course. These are some interesting links for you. One is the CH handbook and the other is the CH FAQ. These are important documents to read over because they talk about the requisites and the expectations of a CH candidate, recertification, and frequent questions people have about becoming a CH. One thing that you should know is that a CEH is expected to behave ethically. Number one. Number two, not everyone can become a CEH. All right, you will have to pass certain requisites. We're going to talk about them. And number three, as a CEH, you might be tested on your ethics. Okay, someone might give you a call or send you an email, and that email or that call can be tempting, to earn a lot of money by doing something which is on the gray area, gray to black area. Okay, so you gotta be careful, guys. I mean, if you're serious about CEH, you have to be careful. You have to know in which side of the law you are, and it has to be on the right side, because making a mistake, making the wrong decision can cost you your career and even more. Okay, so it's important to read this documentation. What is a CEH good for, right? So the idea of CEH is to show you the offensive side of the coin. One of the reasons why CEH is so popular, and I'm gonna say something, CEH is not the only course for offensive security. The offer has increased throughout the years, and there are some very good courses out there. But one of the things in which Easy Counsel was innovative when they launched the CEH is in the fact that it shows you the offensive side of the coin, where A lot of security courses in the past just focus on how to defend yourself, how to build defenses, how to build firewall rule sets, how to achieve the correct encryption, how to use IPS to your advantage, how to leverage UTM and web filtering, and so on and so forth. And that's super good to know. And if you know both, that's going to make you a very competent security professional. But the truth is, you know, a security professional who really knows how to defend a company has to know about the offensive side of things, how hackers think. So that's the idea of CEH. It's going to help you get familiar with the dynamics of pen testing methodology, right? It's not only how to attack or what tools or what types of attacks, but also how to document it, you know, and how it relates to a legal activity called penetration testing, which is what you eventually will be hired to do. It's going to help you round up your comprehension of the overall security phenomena, and it's going to introduce a lot of interdisciplinary concepts which are useful to expand your knowledge. A note of caution here. CEH somehow, even I've seen some easy console material, is somehow pitched as a network security course or certification. Let me tell you something. It is not only a network security course or certification. If you're looking at this and you're a network engineer, I recall what I said before, you're in the right place. However, don't expect that everything in the material is in your side of expertise. I'll talk about it later, but you have to be open to learn new things and new technologies. And then CH is good to provide the basic toolset to learn hacking. Why am I saying the basic toolset? You are not going to be out of this course and be certified CH and be the ultimate hacker. Please understand that from the beginning. It's a first step, all right? It's not that because you're a CH you're the ultimate hacker. Okay, it's not like that. What is CH not good for? It is not good for learning defensive security. As a matter of fact, only one chapter is concerned with defensive security, and it's how to break it. So it's not the course if you want to learn basics about firewalls, IPS, and stuff. What is it not good for? It is not good to be familiarized with security infrastructure. As a matter of fact, you should be already familiarized, or if you're not, it might be part of your homework, to research while you study this course a bit more about security infrastructure. It is not good for learning hardcore code sorcery to reverse engineer and discover new exploits. If you are thinking on pursuing a career as a security researcher, who's actually able to take a full application or network or website or operating whatever, right, and just reverse engineer it fully and just discover horrible exploits in the code, this is not the course, okay? This is a first step, though, and I should encourage you to, if you have no idea of hacking, I will encourage you to take this one first, though, because it's gonna give you a lot of the concepts and a lot of the understanding you need to eventually become that code sorcerer, all right? A lot of the foundation. However, this course deals with tools mainly, tools which are already created, tools which means this is not a coding course. And the truth is that, again, hardcore hackers and security researchers have knowledge in coding, actually very good knowledge in coding. So this is not what CEH is. You set the expectations right, but if you're starting from scratch, this is the right place, okay? So please know that. And it is not good for becoming Mr. Robot, right? Is what I'm saying. Just align the expectation to what it is and you're gonna be fine. And I'm sure that once you learn the concepts and the different branches and all the knowledge that CH introduces, you're gonna be able to choose the right learning that you need to eventually become Mr. Robot or become a sorcerer of code and reverse engineering, okay? So, course prerequisites. So I think the picture says it all, but I'm still gonna say it. You need to be open to learn. if your side of expertise, and it was my case when I started CH, is on the right hand side of this picture, which is networks, you are in a good starting point, but you have to be open to learn fundamentals of coding, fundamentals of databases, fundamentals of operating systems, and fundamentals of web servers. Please. Okay? If you already have knowledge in all of these areas, that's great. But if you don't, I know it's on the course prerequisite slide, right? But I think the prerequisite is not so much being a superstar in all of these, because hardly someone is, right? We live in a very specialized time in the area of IT. However, you have to be open to learn, okay? What are actual prerequisites? Well, you need to have good foundation on network protocols and communications. You have to have foundational knowledge on database and web servers. You have to have this one, the third one, is an absolute mandatory. At least 2 years working in the IT security field. Why is this mandatory? Because in order for you to be able to be allowed to present the test, you will have to be able to certify this at least 2 years of working IT security. Okay. The other option is that you take an Easy Council official course. Okay. But that's another topic, and that you would deal with Easy Council, right? So if you're pretty much using learning material like this one in INE, you will need to, as a matter of fact, have at least 2 years working in the IT security field for Easy Council to accept your application. Okay. Then the main prerequisite, guys, the main prerequisite here is the eagerness to learn and to be challenged, to go through a comprehensive curriculum, comprehensive, challenging curriculum. If you have the attitude, you will be CEH, but you have to have the attitude and the endurance. Okay? Some exam prerequisites. Well, this is what I said before, right? Either attending an official Easy Council class. I think that even if you plan to do so, this course will be beneficial to round up your knowledge, and it's always good to have different perspectives, right? So you can do that, or you can take this course and whatever material you want to take, and if you have at least 2 experience, you can apply for Easy Council approval to take the test. This application for approval has a separate charge as well. You need to know that, and I'm providing the link for you to know how the process goes. And then, of course, passing a 4 hours multiple choice test, which is the number you see there, 31250, and it's available in Pearson VUE. Lab prerequisites. Your PC or Mac needs to have at least, I'm giving minimums here. If you have more, than you're lucky and you're good. But at least 4 GB RAM, yes. Why? Because we're running virtual machines. And it needs to have an i3 or higher CPU. Which I know in some places you're like, i3, I didn't remember that. Right, but not everywhere is the same. Okay, so you need to know that. i3 or higher CPU. You need to run a virtualization hypervisor. Typically, I would advise VMware Workstation or VirtualBox, right? I know some of you guys like KVM and some other stuff. You know, as long as you know your virtualization and you're comfortable with it, whatever helps you virtualize and allow a basic connectivity across virtual machines, you're going to be fine. You need several operating systems installed, and these are the ones: Windows 8.1, Windows 2008, Windows 7, Kali Linux. Oh, just to clarify, 2008 is a server, right? It's server version. Kali Linux, this is the foundational, quintessential operating system we need to use, because this is the Linux for hackers, right? Android, Ubuntu, and Windows Server 2012, right? Our lab is going to be based on these virtual machines. I would like to thank you so much for taking the challenge of becoming an ethical hacker and for viewing this course, and I'm sure it'll be of benefit for your IT security career.